I'm so excited to make this video, and let me tell you why, because it has nothing to do with this specific update. I'm excited because this is the first non-full self-drive update I've been able to do in almost a year and a half now. I'm so excited to be back making software update videos for the non-Tesla people now that we got our Model Y, which is a non-full self-drive vehicle. So from now on, all the updates will be coming here to the channel for the non-beta tester full self-drive cars that are out there. Also, this is going to be a first impressions drive. This is the first time I'm going to be gearing up with cameras, going out in this car and driving it on my own without my wife, talking about some of the things I love about the Model Y and just my first kind of feelings of it. It's my wife's car. She's had it. I finally got my hands on it. We're going to go drive it. But before all that, let me tell you about the sponsor of this video. The sponsor of this video is Simply Carbon Fiber. They make a whole variety of awesome carbon fiber products such as sunglasses, watches, wallets, cases. Now today we're taking a look at their money clip. In this technology era, I almost never bring a wallet with me, but if I do, it's something like this. Not only does this money clip hold your cash, but you can fit quite a few cards in there. It's got a nice firm grip, and it's really easy to access your cards when you need them. And the carbon fiber just looks awesome. Right now with my discount code, you can get 10% off their store. I'll put the link and discount code down below in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, now let's talk about this first update here. It is the 2022.16.2 update. This just came to my car about 10 minutes ago. I finished downloading. It's not quite gone mass out yet, but I imagine the next hour or two it's going to start going out according to the stats app. And here's what's new. They've increased the Autopilot max up from 80 miles per hour to 85 miles per hour. Now, where are you guys living that you're going on Autopilot 85 miles per hour? Comment down below. If I did that here, I'm going to prison. The fastest any of our roads are 70, so that would mean 15 miles per hour over the speed limit. However, on full self-drive, we've had that for a little while now. There's been a change to the driver profile, and now what happens is things like Spotify, for example, when you log in to your car using your profile, it'll recognize which person's in the car, and that person's account will then load with their profile versus you having to swap out the account later. So for example, if I was logged into my Spotify last time I was in the car, and then Amber got in the car and she wanted to listen to her Spotify account, it wouldn't have automatically switched before to her. Instead, she would have to go in and log out and then log back in. You no longer need to do that. I'll also point out that I am not aware of any of these updates and what they were coming from. So some of these might have been a part of a previous update. I didn't have this car for any previous updates, so I'm not sure. But just building from here on, let me know down in the comments if these are not new, but they're showing new here. And of course, again, I didn't have any previous update, so we're going to go with them as if they are new. And the last part of this update is something called Navigation Energy Prediction. It says that the energy prediction for your route has been improved by incorporating forecasted crosswind, headwind, humidity, and ambient temperature when using online navigation. So for example, if I had a route open here, I have a destination in on my navigation. If I came down here to my three little dots, and I went here to energy and came over here to trip, it's this prediction that they're talking about. So now they're going to use the weather reports and all that stuff from online. Again, assuming you're paying for the data package, I think is what they're talking about when they say online navigation. They didn't clarify that, whether it requires a data package or not, but it's using that information to judge what my battery percentage or energy usage is going to be over that trip. Now, the first thing I noticed as soon as I got into the Model Y for the very first time was just how much bigger it actually feels. I mean, it's only 2 inches wider and 2 inches longer, and I'm not sure exactly how much higher, but you actually feel it, which was kind of strange, but that's pretty darn cool. So one of the things I wanted to start off trying right now is putting in an Autopilot inside of development if it lets me. Obviously, full self-drive, I can start it anywhere, but inside of a development or anytime you're in a non-full self-drive vehicle, you need to have visible road lines to be able to activate it. And right now we don't have any steering wheel, so we cannot actually activate auto steer or autopilot. It's going to take me a minute to be able to stop saying full self-drive because I'm not in a full self-drive car at the moment. So this one does not even have the package. I don't have navigating autopilot or nothing on this one. This is just pure auto steer, which is pretty great. And I know advanced autopilot is coming, which we will probably sign up for, because really all my wife wants is being able to do automatic lane changes. And so the fact that that is coming back is pretty awesome. So now that we're on the main road here, we have the lines, we can now go ahead and do the autopilot. auto steer. I'm going to push down twice here and get it on in. And all I'm looking for with each software update, if you're new to these, is I'm watching road line control. I want to see how well it stays in the gaps, how well it interacts with other vehicles in terms of letting them in terms of how fast I'm accelerating up to them when they are stopped, and then when they go, how quickly we are going, and does it all feel natural? That's what we're really watching for. So right now we're in a development, and pretty clear road lines, everything's pretty simple. I'm gonna always have my hand on the wheel. That's a requirement for anybody driving a Tesla, whether I'm in my Model 3, full stop. Now see right there, we just crossed the center road line. Because the car got a little bit confused what it was supposed to do right there. Let's also take a look at what it's going to do with dealing with this car here as well. It's going to hit the brakes. So I'm going to have to take control of it right there. See, these are one of the big differences with Navigate and Autopilot is full self-drive, it would have just swerved around that car. But as we just watched right there, that did not. And so that's something that would be really great if even just people with regular auto steer could have, when the car could have just identify this car is parked and it's okay to just swerve around it. And we could have even stayed in our lane for that, but now we can't. So now we're at a point here where we cannot turn back on Autopilot. We're now in a development, and so we'll have to wait till we're out of this again. Now also, I would show you guys, the profile, but we don't have Spotify and they don't have Pandora on here at the moment. So I'm going to be installing the new up front screen here, my CarPlay screen here shortly, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that install, where I will have Pandora, but for now I only have that in the Model 3. But that's going to be coming very soon. So I don't have any way of showing the profiles or anything in this vehicle. I'm going to slow down here for those people. Let's see how well these people are actually identified as well as we come through here. I would love the car to have, printed them up on the screen, but they did not. So, I mean, you've got the cameras looking them. The car can definitely see them, because if I was to turn on full self-drive right now, pay for the $12,000 and get that, they would be easily identified. We're seeing cars in the same position as those people were, but they were just simply not printed on the screen here. And I feel like my car before I had full self-drive, the updates did have that. Like I was seeing people a lot easier, but a lot of times if you're moving, the amount of them they show is really way down as well. So that is something else. I do have to say it's actually quite strange being in a stock vehicle. I will say that right now the regenerative braking is fantastic. It's really doing a great job. The battery is warm. Everything is really good on that. Hey, look, it's 3 o'clock. And so I'm really, really impressed with how all that is coming together. Let's put it back in Autopilot here and see how we react to this car as well. It's telling me to slightly put my hand on the wheel. I am. Let's see how the car handles this here. It's going to brake hard again. I'm going to swerve. Okay, so any car that sticks out into your lane is a problem with this update. Let me know. You guys got to feel me in here. Has this been a problem? Has it not worked for a long time? Or would you have been able to get through that situation in the past? I am very curious. I'm really building up a foundation right now of what just simple auto steer can do without the enhanced Autopilot. It just really blows my mind just what you don't have, all you guys who don't have the full self-drive package. It's just, not even the beta, just what you don't have. It's like, wow, I have to do a lot of driving again. Now, I also don't know if it's this update or if it's like, an update that happened in the past couple months, but you now have, and I didn't before this update, have the new graphics for the cars. So you now do see the beautiful other vehicles, not just your own, that actually have some dimension to them, some depth to them. You got the darker shades, lighter shades, and all that. Let me know in the comments, is that new to this 16.2, or is that something you've had for a couple updates now? By the way, we went through that corner nice. We didn't go over any road lines there. The last time I did it, there was very unclear road line in the center, so it did that. We're going to go on one more little road here and just see how well it handles a couple corners to give me a little idea. So here's an example right here. I want to see how fast that snaps back. Okay, it does a fast snap back too. So that's another thing that in a recent the most recent full self-drive update that we got is that the animation snaps back so much faster, and I love it. I love that I can quickly take a look around like this and then let go, and it just snaps back really fast versus that really slow animation that it used to have. So okay, I put it into auto steer. I'm going to put it up to the speed limit, which is 45 miles per hour. I'm actually going to put it at 50. I'm going to go up 5 over, and I'm going to let the car see how well it handles itself on these curves here. And all I want to see is the car staying in its road lines, and if there's any kind of phantom braking that happens, because we got lots of shadows out today, which is a trigger, lots of sun rays, another trigger, and cars coming at you in amongst all that. So if we can make it through just a couple little turns here, that'll be great, and I'll be really happy to see that. And then we'll wrap this video up with those updates. So turning right there was, I mean, I felt like it wasn't that steep of a curve, and I did feel like I got a little closer to that center line than I would like, but it did stay within the lines, so that's fine. I still wish they would give us the ability to control how aggressive we wanted it to stay within those lines. Here's another curve to the right, that's fine, and then curving to the left right here for our second to final curve test. And it handled that better. A little bit jerky coming out of that there, kind of bounced off both lines there. Didn't love that. One more curve here, and then we're gonna wrap up the curve test here on this update. Let's see, that car turned in front. I'm glad the car didn't trigger off of that. That's good. Okay, and by the way, this Model Y is a 2022. It was made in May. It's got the newest everything you can possibly get. Wow, okay, so it's like almost like 85 degrees or something like that, and apparently none of my action cameras can handle this kind of heat, because my GoPros, my Insta360 cameras, they're all just kind of shutting off on me. But we were able to make it to that last turn, and I'm on my third camera for this drive already of it cutting out on me. It's quite annoying, very hard to record in these conditions. However, this update is pretty good. We have some good improvements. I love the visual updates on this one. The car is driving really well on my curb tests that I've done with it. I've been out for about an hour and a half driving. You've seen a little bit of the footage. And so looking forward to seeing the advancements in the illustrations, looking forward to seeing more advancements with the profiles. Profiles is something that they really need to do more work on, making sure that the car recognizes who's in the car in more ways. I love that they're working on that. So really happy with this update. Let me know down below if you've got this one, what you love the most about it, what you hate about it, and your overall thoughts on how your car is driving. And I'll see you guys on the next video.